My name is Jessica. Ever since I was a child, I can remember going to church, although I did not retain any information, and my biggest concern was what snack I was gonna have that day. Sorry, Mom. My teen years, I would go every once in a while with my friends just because that's what they were doing, and I tried to be open, but it was just kind of I had my daughter at the age of 20, and feeling alone and vulnerable as a single mother, I got into social media, Facebook, Instagram, and because I thought, I'm not going to be one of those women that's desperate, but unfortunately, Satan's been after women since Genesis, and unfortunately, I bit the fruit, and I listened to this false empowerment that the world is trying to shove on our girls these days of the less you wear, the more empowering that is. The more you give up yourself is more empowering. Like these websites that are preying on women. And I remember getting an email from a local photographer, and he said, hey, if you ever want to collaborate on some work, and granted, I'm naive, so I don't really know, and I look at his stuff, and it's like adult entertainment, and I just remember thinking to myself, this is what I did, trying to live my own life and make my own rules. I have a daughter who's about to turn 14, and that's not the life I want for her. And I remember a couple years ago, just in my shower, just crying and calling out to God, because even though I didn't make him a priority, still, it's like we're born with this thought in our head that he's there and he's watching and he knows what we're doing. It's like this natural feeling. And I remember just crying out and just saying, okay, I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. And so I went to therapy, and she talked me out of a lot of the things that I was doing to myself, like posting the provocative photos and realizing, that men are going to get bored with you. They're going to move on to the next best thing, and you're going to feel so low on yourself. And either you have to keep going and keep showing less and giving them more for that attention, or you're going to be lost. That's not empowering. It's not empowering at all. So I finished therapy and I started praying more, and my boyfriend came out of nowhere and just completely swept me off my feet. And he had asked me, what I felt about God, and I was honest. I said, I believe he's real, but religion's not really a priority right now. And he convinced me, just come to a church service with me. And I did. And, at first I was kind of like, I don't know, but I'm gonna keep going. And every service felt like it was being directed towards me. And I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that everything has a meaning behind it, even if we don't understand what that meaning is. So we moved to Evansville, and we were looking for a church. My boyfriend mentioned, he wants to go to a church that really talks about healthy marriages, and he would like to take a marriage course. So we decided, we were just gonna give Bethel a shot. And the first thing I saw on the screen was the marriage course. And I'm like, okay. And then we absolutely fell in love with the sermons and the songs. It was just amazing, and we were sold. I have to say, ever since I stopped living life for myself and listening to what the news is trying to push on us and our kids, I pray, and life has just been really great ever since. My name is Jess, and I'm ready to be baptized.